Oh, yes. The sound of that alarm has haunted me since childhood. But it's my reminder that I stayed up way too late Googling how to become a morning person, which ironically is not a very morning person thing to do. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over 8 different morning routines that help actually boost your metabolism. Yes, they're backed by science, a little bit of sarcasm, and at least one poorly timed joke. So grab your water, grab your dignity, and let's go. Now, your mornings, they set the tone for the whole day. Your circadian rhythm, which is basically your body's internal Netflix schedule, it controls hormones like cortisol and melatonin, and actually even your body temperature. Get your mornings right, and your metabolism gets a great head start. Get them wrong, and you end up eating cold pizza at about 10 a.m. Yeah, I've been there. All right, so let's get into the 8 different routines. All right, the first one is very basic. It's basically hydrate. I mean, hydrate like a champion. When you wake up, before you scroll on Instagram, before you email your boss letting them know that you're not coming in today, give your body the liquid it's been basically crying out for all night. Remember, mild dehydration actually slows calorie burn and it makes you feel more sluggish throughout the day. So drink up, and your metabolism will basically thank you for it. And if you think of it, your metabolism is like a plant, it thrives on water. Okay, maybe not that aggressively, unless you enjoy choking before breakfast. All right, routine number 2, get some sunlight or fake it. Now, what do I mean by fake it? And remember, this is going to depend on where you live, what time you wake up, if you're heading to work, whatever the case may be. But morning sunlight actually tells your brain, hey, we survived another night, so it's time to wake up. It basically resets your circadian rhythm, and it boosts alertness and helps regulate hunger hormones. So that's pretty good. What I mean by fake it is that even on a cloudy day, daylight still works. All right. Worst case is pretend you're in a moody indie movie and really soak up all the gray. Routine number 3 would be move before your coffee moves you. So, what I mean is obviously get some activity in the morning. Now, it doesn't have to be a full workout. Honestly, just 5 minutes of movement will work. Squats, push ups, a completely uncoordinated TikTok dance, whatever gets you going. Light exercise actually is shown to wake up your mitochondria. It improves insulin sensitivity and it burns a few bonus calories. For me, what I like to do is I get up in the morning and after I hydrate, I have a stair mill in my garage and I do 20 minutes. Now, you don't have to do 20 minutes, but that's my routine and it kind of gets the cardio out of the way for the day so that later on in the day I can focus on my resistance training. Routine number 4, I would say let's aim towards breakfast. Now, when you're getting ready to have your first meal or your breakfast, make sure it's packed with protein. Remember, protein has the highest thermic effect on food. About 20 to 30% of its calories are basically burned during digestion. So, translation, eating protein makes your body work harder just to process it. So whip up some eggs, have some Greek yogurt or pancakes with a protein scoop in it. And listen, if anybody tells you that cereal is enough, just hand them an egg and walk away. All right, and now we're on to routine number 5, which is probably one of my favorites, caffeinate, but strategically. Okay, so if you're somebody who's not sensitive to stimulants and you enjoy a little coffee or caffeine in the morning, this is great for you. Remember, caffeine can actually bump your resting metabolic rate by about 3 to 11%. Just don't chug 6 espressos unless you want to hear sounds. Try to time it after breakfast for a steady energy throughout the day, and so you don't start sending frantic emails at 6:01 a.m. like I did once to myself. Okay, on to number 6. Number 6 routine would be neat up your morning. And no, I don't just mean make your bed and take a shower. NEAT is actually an acronym for non exercise activity thermogenesis. It's basically all the movement you do outside of your workouts, like brushing your teeth, pacing while on a call, or dramatically folding clothes. The addition of these tiny motions can actually add up throughout the day and burn hundreds of calories. So channel your inner over caffeinated squirrel. All right, routine number 7. This is more of an optional one. It's cold exposure. Now, you have to be pretty brave to do this or like it, and there's certain health conditions you might not want to do it. But cold showers or even splashing your face with cold water activates brown fat and thermogenesis, which is basically a fancy word for your body turning into a furnace just to keep you warm. But if you're going to do this, start mild. Don't try to outpolar a polar bear. And that brings me to routine number 8, which is basically a mindful kickoff. Remember, stress can throw off your appetite and your metabolism. So, a few minutes of mindfulness, gratitude journaling, or deep breathing keeps your cortisol in check. Plus, you look super wise while sipping coffee and staring thoroughly into the distance. All right, let's recap your new metabolic morning. And remember, you don't have to do all of these. First one, wake and water. Okay, make sure you drink something in the morning, hydrate. Number 2, get some sunlight if you can, even if it's gray outside. If it's light, get outside. Number 3, incorporate some quick movement throughout the day. Remember, 5 minutes will do the trick. When you get to your breakfast, make sure it's loaded with protein because your body's going to work harder to break it down. Of course, if you can take it, have caffeine, but make sure it's sensible throughout the day. Increase those neat chores, okay? Those little extra movements throughout the day will actually add up and you'll burn more calories, as mentioned. Cold exposure, if you're brave. I don't think I have to go over that one again. And then just some mindfulness to land the plane. Now, just start with 1 or 2 of these. You don't have to go full Navy SEAL on day 1. But if you like this, hit the thumbs up button. Every like adds 0.001% to your basal metabolic rate, allegedly. Anyway, subscribe for some more fitness, food, and questionable footage. Coach Mark, out.